Hello and welcome back to FEW Showdown, where we're continuing on with our journey towards Chamber of Champions. And of course, obviously, we kicked our journey off last week with multiple qualifiers. We had 2 women's qualifiers and 1 male qualifier. And obviously, we're going to carry on tonight with some more. But we're kicking off tonight's show with a tag team match between Alex and Ari, taking on the team of Brother Darren and Brother Victor, also known as Brothers of Darkness. We're then moving on to our next chamber match, our second in the men's division, which is going to see Scythe take on Tobias. Of course, Scythe, former DK champion, Tobias, former GB champion. So it's an interesting matchup, and the winner of that will join Raphael at Chamber of Champions. We then have our women's qualifier matchup between Atlas Dragonshield and Becca Mason. Obviously, Atlas is they said, look, we'll defend the tag titles next week if you let me in. On within the next 2 weeks, if you let me in on the basically the Chamber of Champions matchup, and she's got that. She's up against former Apex champion Becca Mason, and obviously the winner of that will join Ellie Frost and Kate Benson, who already qualified last week for Chamber of Champions. We then have our men's qualifier matchup following that, which is Adam Wolf taking on Leon. The winner will join either Scythe / Tobias. And Raphael at Chamber of Champions. That should be an interesting one because 2 people that, Leon has had a rough time in FEW. Adam Wolf is new, so it's an interesting matchup and 2 different styles of wrestling. And then, of course, our main event, we'll see Queen Hayden, the Undisputed FEW Women's Champion and Apex Champion, take on Samantha of Paranormal Life. And obviously, Queen Hayden is on the verge of facing Amelia, her obviously a rival from last year, the Apex title Chamber Champions. So she's going to kick off her journey towards that event with a match tonight against Samantha. So yeah, it's some interesting matchups. Alex and Ari are on the verge of wrapping up their tag team tour before splitting off and doing solo stuff. So, let's get straight into that opening match. Alex and Ari versus the Brothers of Darkness. Bit of tag team action to start us off tonight. It's Brother Darren and Brother Victor of Born in the Darkness. Obviously, also Brothers in the Darkness. They are starting us off tonight. So this due off the back of that loss at All Out War against the team of Alex, Ari, Thomas and Queen Hayden. Brother Victor, of course, who wasn't fit enough to be here last week when obviously the trio ambushed Thomas after his match with Nick. He's back here tonight though, ready to deal some damage to Alex and Ari. So can this duo bounce back tonight, or will be another loss in their books? But first out is Alex.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth.
Alex, of course, one half of the former tag team champions, obviously one half of the longest reigning tag team champions. He said he wants to set his sights on singles gold. Once this time with obviously Ari is up, both duos really want a belt around their waists. They don't mind if it's GB Championship, DK Championship, or the Undisputed Championship. They just want a championship to add to their impressive run as tag champs. It's Ari who comes out second. A towering behemoth of the duo. What magical tricks can he pull out of his wizard hat tonight? It's their first time in a 2-on-2 tag team matchup since both Spectacular when they defeated TNE. Ever since then, obviously May they weren't really present, and they came back in June to team up with Thomas and Queen Hayden. But other than that, they've been pretty much quiet, and obviously this is their first time 2-on-2 since April. And the bell has rung, and it's for Victor wailing away Alex early on. Alex prevents any sort of damage in that corner. And just one big punch. And a one punch chump. 1, 2, almost. I think he may have just winded the hell out of Victor there. That's what kept him down long enough. Ari tags in. Alex sets up brother Victor for a massive slam. Double tandem offense there. Alex pushed him. Ari lifted him. Alex then slammed. That was just... This shows why they are one of the best tag teams in FEW. And it's a shame... Oh, huge clothesline there from Ari. It's a shame that they're calling it quits on a tag division for a while. We are surely going to miss them. Victor sent it in the corner. Alex gets tagged back in again. And here comes that tandem offense. The strength of this duo using the ropes there to just drop brother Victor. And Alex wisely followed him out. And slams him down. Pretty much just used gravity there to his assistance, but he pretty much just grabbed a hold of the face and used one hand to lift him by the face. But brother Victor... And for lefts and rights there to try and give him a little bit of breathing room. And Alex is debating something here, and he locked up horns very momentarily with brother Darren, but brother Darren threw him straight back into brother Victor's path. Brother Darren finally gets tagged in here. It's time for some tandem offense from the Brothers of Darkness. The duo are born in the darkness. And slammed down is Alex. Wisely's made his way to Ari, and brother Darren had to stop the attempted jump, but still managed to land a clothesline to knock it out Ari. And what's brother Darren up to here? Oh, axe handle. Ari walks straight into that. 1. Kick out at 1. Alex finally stirring there. Outpowered. It's very rare to say this duo again outpowered here, but brother Darren, clearly the muscle of Brothers in Darkness and Born in the Darkness. Straight into the corner, looking to get brother Victor, I think, back in this, and he does. Punch to the gut, nasty. And the rights. I'd say rights and left, but it was just rights. And looking for a pole driver, but Ari counters out of it. That could have ended bad. Oh, hello to the throat ref. Drops Ari down and goes straight for this pin. 1. Alex bashes his way for the official and brother Victor to prevent the 3 count. Ari with the counter there. Brother Victor over to the ref and lands a spine buster. Kicks out before the ref even... I'm guessing he must have been dazed because he didn't even bother counting that there. Ari attempts a back body drop, but brother Victor countered. Gets brother Darren back in this fight. It's time for the darkness to take over. Darkness within. And brother Darren just locked eyes with Alex, said, come at it, I dare ya. 2, 3 is a pinfall victory for Brothers of Darkness. Alex and Ari both making their way out of the ring. And brother Darren just being a dick. And Ari's frustrated. I mean, they cost them the match, but they're pissed off at what just happened there. Big victory, though, for the Brothers of Darkness. Big victory. Next up, our second men's qualifier matchup for Chamber of Champions. Scythe and Tobias going 1-on-1. 2 former champions squaring off. Former DK champion, former 2-time DK champion, and a former 2-time GB champion. Both made history, becoming champions for obviously singles champions for the first time at Summer Solstice 2023. Scythe, of course, knocked off Bob to become DK champion for the first time, whereas Tobias won that ladder match, claimed the gold for the first time. There's interest in these two go 1-on-1. I mean, Scythe has been without gold since February 2024, sorry, went through all the months there, when he lost to Bob. Whereas Tobias, on the other hand, has been without gold since, I want to say, January 2024. So which former champion will make that way to Chamber of Champions? Remember, Scythe was in the original men's chamber matchup in 2022. He started that matchup against Bob. Tobias, on the other hand, was in the second men's chamber matchup, the one last year for the GB Championship. Both didn't pick up a win in either of their chamber matches, but both have experience in a chamber matchup. So which one of them is heading there after tonight? Which former champion will prove to be the better combatant? DKE or GB? Of course, Tobias' 2 reigns combined was about 118 days with 2 successful defences. If I remember correctly, both were to Jeff Greybeard. for obviously the whole Daniel Baxter rivalry. Whereas Samuel Scythe, of course, across 2 reigns with that DKE championship, lasted 484 days with 14 successful defenses to his name. Samuel Scythe, of course, had a much better run both times to the DKE championship. I mean, first reign was 182, second reign 302, whereas Tobias was 91 days and 27 days. I mean, Tobias' reign as GB champion lasted longer as Scythe's reign as tag team champion, but we're here for the we're talking about the singles titles here, as Tobias is keeping Samuel Scythe at bay right now. He's going up and looking for a suplex. It's going to be big, and it does land straight in the middle of that ring. There's a massive suplex. That was to pretty much start us here. Tobias already taking such a big lead in this fight. And here comes those vicious kicks of his. Scythe managed to counter and drop him. Now comes the clubbing blows to the face. Oh, straight to the back of the neck. What's the boy's got in mind? Maybe an axe handle? Oh, cross body. Apart from a couple of moments, this has been all Tobias, the former GB champion, former 2-time GB champion, showing that he's the better champion at the moment, despite his much shorter reign than Scythe and a massive elbow drop. Oh, arm is locked in here for a submission. But Scythe is wailing away to get out of this. Powerbomb time, maybe? No, fireman's carry. Using the ropes instead. Face first. Is the question of who can land their finisher first. Can Tobias land GAM first? Or Scythe locking that death's grasp? Elbow. Using the rope to land that drop kick across the ring. Big lanky legs of him was an advantage there. Here we go. Spine buster. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Wants him to his feet. This could be it. Death's grasp is waiting, and he's got it locked in. But too close to the rope there was Samuel Scythe, and that may have just cost him his victory there as he lands a leg drop. Frustration must be settling in now because he's realised that was it. I'd won this match. But my stupid lack of eyesight there cost me. I didn't see how close we were. And here we go, looking for a DDT, but Tobias with a massive clothesline. Oh, drops him face first. 1, 2, kick out from Samuel Scythe. I mean, look at that. Just dropped him straight in his face. But somehow, look at this, somehow Scythe got that shoulder up at the last second. Now they're locking horns in the middle of the ring, and Scythe somehow is still able to outmuscle Tobias here, despite the battle damage from that attack. Scythe got in mind here. Oh, slingshots him across. Stomps the back of the head. That's nasty. Scythe knew what he was doing there, and he's following. He senses this could be his moment. Oh, straight to the throat. And a flying elbow drop from across the way there. And that could have been the finishing blow that Samuel Scythe needed. And he's going to try it. He's going to see if this could be it. 1, 2, 3 it was. Samuel Scythe's heading to Chamber of Champions. He now joins one of his former rivals, Raphael, in this year's Chamber matchup. It's the former DK champion that stands tall. And now we're looking at a third Women's Chamber Champions qualifier matchup. Becca Mason, the former 2-time Apex champion, went one-on-one with the current FAW Women's Tag Champion, who of course has leveraged a tag team title matchup to allow herself to get this qualifier matchup. So that will be taking place within the next 2 weeks. But let's see if it will be worth the hassle of having the tag title matchup. Because can she knock off Becca Mason here tonight? Or will she lose this matchup and put her team in a position where it's just like, I kind of screwed us basically. Becca Mason, of course, was the inaugural Apex champion for about 6 minutes for losing to the Cashin of Tori, and her second reign was 24 days. So it wasn't very much a good reign with that title. Whereas Atlas Dragonshield came in, yes, lost her first title matchup, which is the tag title matchup, but then quickly came back the month after with a victory. And as of Chamber of Champions, if they make it that far, she could have 244 days under her belt as tag team champion. But of course, that's if she can make it to Chamber of Champions as a champion, because that matchup, the tag titles will take place before then. Let's say 244 days if she can make it. I think it's about, what's that? Oh, yeah, it's the Thursday that takes place. That's Sunday. So 200. She'll at least get 240 days as champion. Have to work it out then, because obviously our Chamber of Champions is later than normal, but not earlier than normal at the same. Later than normal, but in terms of the dates on it's earlier than normal. So I had to work it out there. So can she pick up a victory tonight? Qualify for Chamber of Champions. Head in to that tag title match with so much confidence that she can help her team pick up the victory. I mean, Becca's quite tall, but Atlas isn't that far off, but Becca does have the height advantage. And she's using it to her advantage right now. And she just drives down Atlas. Atlas with a counter. And their headbutts follow. I did not face Becca Mason whatsoever, and Atlas is realising that. It can take more than a couple of punches to face Becca Mason. Oh, drops her over the knee. Bane style, I like to say. Atlas needs to use the same shock factor that Tori did when she pulled off 2 victories over Becca Mason. Considering that she was the smaller combatant. Tori trying to use the ropes here just to get a bit of leverage. Oh, kick to the under the leg. And a powerbomb down. Kicks out before 1 though. Using the rope? Question mark? Are you going to use the rope, or are you just debating what to do here? I'm going to use her at the rope and slam her down again. Now Atlas has to roll at the ring. The roll back in just may have cost her. She's now having to fend for her life again against Becca Mason, who's just too much to handle right now for Atlas Dragonshield. She gets driven down again. Again, Becca has Atlas up. And down she goes again. She is not really getting into this matchup. This may have been a big mistake, and a submission is locked in right now. But Atlas powers out. Oh, kick to the face. Up she goes. Down she goes. Atlas finally may have found a few seconds to... Well, okay. A few seconds were like 2-3 seconds maybe before Becca finally took control again. Face first out turnbuckle, busting open Atlas Dragonshield. Oh, drives her down straight on the head. Kick out before 1 though. Atlas looking for a powerbomb. Yes, she does. Lands it perfectly in the middle of the ring. Now Atlas with her own submission, tearing at the face of Becca Mason. Becca Mason drags her leg under and gets out of it. Oh, knee first. Atlas knows, especially that she's bleeding, she knows this is it. She needs to end this as quick as possible. There's one big move from Becca and this is over. Oh, here we go. Looking for that flying giant. Look at the impact and this is the punch originally. And the follow-up here from Becca. She's now just toying with Atlas Dragonshield. And that may have just cost her. Because Atlas is firing back with clothesline after clothesline. And they're stomping away in the corner. Oh, gets caught in the face. Chop, punch, chop, punch. Follows it up with a knee to the face. A vicious knockout knee strike. Atlas with another submission. Locked in. Becca is too far away from the rope. She can't reach the ropes. Will she submit? Yes, she does. She submits. Atlas is heading to Chamber of Champions. But first stop before then is that FEW Tag Team Championship matchup her team has a few days before the Chamber matchup. Still, big congrats on earning your place in your first ever Women's Chamber match. I mean, look at the damage she took. But worth it in the end. I mean, it'd be even more worth it if she managed to win the Chamber matchup and get to Summer Solstice. But we're now looking at our next Men's Chamber matchup, our third Men's Chamber matchup. As Adam Wolf takes on Leon. big moment for Adam Wolf. I mean, he was in that very spectacular matchup. Almost won it, if I'm being honest with you. He literally was one step away from winning, but Lucifer got the better of him. Then was in that triple threat match between Luke Ventura and Parker North. Didn't end well for him in that either. So this is a big matchup for him now, which could send him straight to his only second ever FEW event. And all that stands in his way is the high-flying luchador known as Leon. And here comes Leon, formerly known as Hell's Warrior. I mean, he still uses the hashtag, but, well, the act at least. I mean, it'd be a big victory for him tonight if he can pull off this one. Doesn't really get to go to many FEW events. I mean, the only ones he really gets to go to are normally the ones that involve, like, rumbles. I mean, he was in back-to-back FEW events between March and April. Of course, he was teamed up with Mystery to take on Lucifer and the Brothers of Darkness. And, of course, as I say, he was in the Birthday Rumble this year. So can he get himself to his third FEW event, which I feel like would be like the first time ever for him? Who joins Samuel, Scythe and Raphael at Chamber of Champions? We find out right now, as Adam Wolf shows Leon why he's the stronger combatant and just outmuscles him into that corner. This could be a very quick night for Leon if he doesn't get those hands up, or off the ground at least. Which Adam Wolf will be doing I mean, look at him, the strength here, just deadlifts him. I mean, the mindset for Adam Wolf would be, stop the luchador from flying, and this matchup's mine. Keep him grounded, and I'm heading to Chamber of Champions. But Leon needs to get up, and needs to start flying. That's what I meant by flying. Big drop kick. After Adam Wolf missed the attack off the ropes. But Adam Wolf again out-muscling Leon. And Leon's forced into that corner. Forced to eat a knee to the face. Surprisingly, Adam Wolf's going to fly, and he lands the elbow drop from quite far away. 1, 2, kick out from Leon. I feel like that was like a bit of a mockery move though. Saying, look, I'm not letting you fly, but I'm going to fly myself. Oh, yanking away at the foot. Nasty bastard. Oh, big boot. I mean, this is very smart from Adam Wolf. You wouldn't think he'd only been with us since April. He's being very tactical and very smart against the high flyer Leon. Making sure there's no high flyer moves. I mean, we saw one from Leon, and that dropped Adam Wolf instantly. See, so I mean, there are two acrobatic moves there from Leon, and Adam Wolf is rocked. The vicious kicks. Oh, there we go. Straight again. Adam Wolf instantly just drops Leon. Oh, really? 1. Kick out at 1. Disrespect there on that pinfall. powers him up. But Leon rolls him up. Catches him off guard. 1. Kick out at 1. Caught him off guard there, and he's saying, come on, let's do this. Using the rope. Lands it. Lands the moonsault. This is what Adam Wolf didn't want. And Leon's starting to get going by the look of it. Oh, lands a senton. I thought he was going to use the ropes and to land a move, but no, he's going for a pinfall quickly. 1, 2, kick out Madam Wolf. Kick to the spine. His plan seems to have heavily backfired now. He didn't get the job done early on. He's just been knocked out. Oh, just barrels straight through him. And now he's been driven to hell. One, 2, 3. Leon did it. Despite Adam Wolf's early onslaught, Leon survived. And now he's heading to Chamber of Champions to join Lucifer, Samuel, Scythe and Raphael. Big victory for him. Now it's time for our main event. The Undisputed FW Women's Champion, FW Apex Champion Queen Hayden in action against Samantha of Paranormal Life. And here comes not just our women's champion, but our greatest champion. If you look at the stats at least. No one comes close.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't want to be one of the nameless.
I mean, I can tell you this. The stats. Since she's got no title defense between now and Chamber of Champions, stats for the Undisputed title will hit. Oh, actually, I don't think I've updated that. Hold on.
Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. Just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
Turns out I didn't update it. Well, I did and just didn't update one thing. We'll see. Oh, I did. I just didn't update the text above it. Her stats for the Undisputed title as of Chamber of Champions will be 1,070 days with 24 successful defenses to her name. Her stats for Apex title as a Chamber of Champions will hit 97 days with 3 successful defenses. But of course, that is the title that is on the line at Chamber of Champions. So if she can successfully get around Amelia, she will have broken Tori's record, obviously combined record at least, for a single, for 2. Tori's combined record overall will be beaten, but obviously in terms of singles record, she's already now the longest reigning Apex champion, because as I said, Tori's single run record only lasted 64 days, the second one at least, because a combined total is 98. So if Queen Hayden can get past Amelia, then her single reign championship run as Apex champion will surpass Tori's 2 reigns. But of course, she's already got the record for 1 reign. But you get my picture. She wants all the records. But first, she has to face Samantha one-on-one. Now, I don't think these two have ever gone one-on-one. If they have, it's been quite a while. It's Queen Hayden early on. But Samantha just drops her. A takedown. Well, it wasn't a spear, but like a takedown type spear. And she's wailing away because she realizes like the odds on her walking out here victorious is pretty low. So she knows that, well, I've got to go for this pretty quickly, pretty early on, give it everything I've got, or else I'm just going to be another victim to the queen of the women's division. Someone who only needs the women's tag titles to be a Grand Slam women's champion. One. Kick out at one. So I can definitely picture as soon as she's finished with her run with obviously the singles championships, I can definitely picture her attempting to go for the Grand Slam. Samantha locks in a submission here. Queen Hayden gets out of it. Place her face straight off that turnbuckle and then using those long ass legs to keep her pinned in the corner. The referee's going in the way, so I can't enjoy the mud hole stomps in the corner. But damn ref. They pin it. Go on, one. You know, if you're a little bit quicker, it might have been a 2 count at least. Give the audience something more like, whoa, so close. Oh, another submission here. Samantha gets out. Sends her into the ropes. Oh, catches her. Samantha with the strength just drops the Undisputed Champion. And stomps on the arm. And she'll want a spear, I think. Oh, went for the cartwheel into a clothesline, but gets dropped. Queen Hayden saw it coming a mile away. Oh, big super kick. Frog splash lands, that 10-star frog splash. She got in mind here. Oh, here we go. Who's the boss locked in? Samantha is nowhere near that rope. What's going to happen? Is she going to give in? Yes, she does. She taps. Queen Hayden's victorious. Sent her a little message to Amelia. This is what's in store for you at Chamber of Champions. And there is Amelia attacking Samantha. What's the point in this? Queen Hayden's in. Fighting against her upcoming challenger. Sent her out the ring. Another message sent to her. And she stares off with Samantha, who seems grateful enough that she was helped. Queen Hayden exits following her victory. And that is it for FAW Showdown. A showdown which saw the Brothers of Darkness defeat Alex and Ari. We saw Samuel Scythe qualify for Chamber of Champions. We saw Atlas Dragonshield qualify for the Women's Chamber of Champions match. We saw Leon defeat Adam Wolf and qualify. And we saw Queen Hayden defeat Samantha before having to save Samantha from an attack by Amelia. So far now we have on the men's side, we have Raphael, we have Samuel Scythe, and we have Leon all qualified. And on the women's side, we have Kate Benson, Ellie Frost, and Atlas Dragonshield. So it's halfway there on the qualifiers, and we've got some really good combatants already ready for it. And now we're looking towards next week's show, which is on July 20th, Sunday, July 20th, and that's going to kick off with a number 1 contendership match for the Undisputed FAW Championship. It is a gauntlet match between August, Aaron, Frost, Jeff Greybeard, and Eduardo. The winner will face Arthur Wayne at Chamber of Champions. We then have a women's qualifier matchup for the Chamber of Champions, a matchup, our 4th women's qualifier, which was the Megan take on Jessica Walsh in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. These two have been at each other's throats for a long time, and this could be Jessica's way of finally ending this rivalry, because they're currently stuck at 2-1. Jessica, of course, in the lead. The winner, if Jessica wins, that's it, probably it for Megan, so it should be an interesting finale, if that is the finale. We're going to have our men's 4th men's qualifier matchup, which will see Christian Vega take on Ivan. Then look to our fifth women's, fifth women's. I had to double check, and I was like, yeah, it's fifth women's qualifier matchup, which we'll see April Rockwell take on Morgan Smith. And our main event, we'll see Conductor James take on Hunter of TNE after TNE's recent attack on Stud Express. They will wrap up our show next week. Sorry, got tongue tied there. So yeah, I mean, we had a good night tonight. We got a good night next week, and we're so close to Chamber of Champions that we may as well just hurry this up to get there, because we're going to have some excellent matches and 2 great Chamber matches, which will be huge qualifiers before Summer Solstice. So yeah, obviously I hope you've enjoyed FEW Showdown, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.